Avoid skip. Hello everyone. If psychology fascinates you, welcome back to the channel. Human Behavior and Connections. Today, we're going to delve deeply into a topic that many men are curious about. What happens when you quit chasing a woman? You would assume that she simply moves on without any further consideration, but in actuality, the psychological ramifications can be much more complicated than you might anticipate. If you haven't already hit the like button and subscribed for more enlightening content on relationships and psychology, you won't want to miss this video, so make sure to watch it through to the end, because we'll be revealing the hidden emotional reactions women have when the chase ends. Let's get started immediately. The first shock, a sudden shift in what happens when a woman is accustomed to getting a man's attention. Whether it's through frequent texts, phone calls, or simply the subtle energy of being pursued, she frequently takes it for granted, and it becomes a part of her routine, something she unconsciously expects. Frequently, confusion is the initial response. Even though she might not notice it at first, she will eventually begin to wonder why things feel different, where the compliments went, and why her phone isn't ringing with lesson 1 messages anymore. This sudden change upsets the equilibrium she was accustomed to, leaving her with more questions than answers. This confusion doesn't just remain on the surface, though. It soon prompts a profound sense of introspection. She will begin to relive previous exchanges, considering what might have led to the change. Did she say something incorrectly? Did he lose interest? The loss of external validation might cause emotional discomfort and cause her to obsess about the situation, which is a further blow to her ego. This is where things start to get interesting. Whether they acknowledge it or not, women like men look to the opposite hot for validation. The feeling of being wanted and admired boosts self-esteem, but when that attention is taken away, it can cause an ego check. At first, she may brush it off, telling herself she doesn't care, but deep down, a small voice will start asking, "Why isn't he chasing me anymore?" This question alone can plant the seed of curiosity, making her analyze her own desirability. For some women, this phase can feel like a temporary hit to their self-worth. If she's used to being the center of attention, the sudden lack of pursuit can make her feel less important. It's not about arrogance, it's about human psychology. We all like to feel wanted, and when that feeling goes away, it forces us to face our own insecurities. However, this phase doesn't last forever. Instead, it frequently results in something even more profound, like a shift in attraction, a shift in perspective, and the development of respect for you. Over time, something unexpected happens, and she begins to see you differently. When a man is chasing all the time, it's easy for a woman to take him for granted because she knows he will always be there. So there is no real urgency to appreciate his presence. When he stops, though, that's when the reality check occurs. This isn't about manipulation or playing games, it's about displaying self-respect. When a man steps back, he sends a clear message. Because self-respect is magnetic, confidence is desirable, and a man who doesn't need validation from a woman is far more appealing than one who constantly seeks it. I value myself too much to continue investing in someone who doesn't reciprocate. And guess what? Women respect that a man who knows his worth and refuses to beg for attention instantly becomes more attractive. The unexpected attraction makes you more interesting. This is where the dynamic takes a surprising turn. Often, a woman who wasn't interested before suddenly becomes more interested. This is because people naturally want things that are difficult to obtain. When something becomes scarce, its value rises. For example, if a store always has a product stocked, people don't rush to buy it, but the moment. Third lesson. When you stop pursuing a woman, she starts to wonder why he stopped texting. Is he seeing someone else, or did I misjudge him? At that point, she's not just indifferent, she's actively involved in the process, and her curiosity may cause her to re-evaluate her feelings. This is similar to how everyone suddenly wants a limited edition label. One of the main causes of attraction is mystery, which explains why distance generates desire. A man who formerly seemed normal now exudes mystery. The push-pull effect is a straightforward but effective theory that psychologists frequently discuss in relation to relationships. It states that when you continuously focus on someone, they will naturally pull away, but when you pull back, it creates a void that encourages them to approach by halting your pursuit of your ignorance. Suddenly, the balance of power is shifting in your favor, and she feels the need to bridge the gap. What does this mean? She won't necessarily come racing back, but it does indicate that you've changed her opinion of you and are no longer the same guy. In a desperate seeking affirmation, you're the man who understands his value, which is an irresistibly alluring emotional development for both parties while she goes through all of these feelings. By taking a step back and allowing yourself the time to concentrate on your own life, rather than putting all of your energy into someone who wasn't reciprocating, you're also growing and achieving your goals, pursuing your passions, and developing personally. If you and this woman reconnect later, it will be out of mutual respect rather than one-sided effort. And if she doesn't return well, you've already leveled up in the process. This phase of self-growth is important because it strengthens your emotional independence. And when a man is emotionally independent, he becomes even more attractive. Last. The most important lesson here is that self-worth is the key to attraction, as explained in Lesson 4. That's all for today's video. If you found it insightful, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe so you never miss an update. And as always, keep exploring the fascinating world of psychology and relationships until the next time. When you stop chasing a woman, her initial reaction may be confusion or even frustration. She may experience a temporary dip in self-esteem, but over time it creates a shift that forces her to reflect, makes her question her own feelings, and often increases her attraction toward you. Most importantly, it puts you in control of your own worth.